Tell us a story.
Yes, tell us a story.
Alrighty, we have finished our day. It's getting late. It's been raining and snowing, and now it's raining again. It's rather cool. We're gonna let the gopher warm up a little bit, and we'll see what we can see on the way home. When I was a kid, just after getting a driver's license and stuff, I didn't get in much trouble during that time. So one of the at that time, later, not so great, yeah. One of the things we used to do for enjoyment is, I think I've made mention about getting root beer and ice cream and going to the graveyard and setting out on the tombstones and the big monuments at some of the big graveyards out here in the country. We didn't do any damage. Wasn't that craziness like people, there's a bunch of people that tip over the tomb. We weren't trying to be disrespectful. At that time, we just felt more at ease there than with other people. I didn't fit in with the jocks. I didn't fit in with the nerds for real. I didn't fit in with a lot of individuals, and the misfits that I hung with were oddballs, and I've come to find out I prefer those individuals over anybody else. That being said, I don't judge. Everybody can have their thing, whatever. I just like people who are unique. Instead of oddballs, let's say unique. As the counselor would say, no, you're not weird, you're unique. Yeah, right. So we used to do that. We used to go out to graveyards, get ice cream and root beer, sit on the big monuments and the mausoleums, and talk and BS about whatever and nothing and anything that was going on, and just stay out there 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then, of course, out in the country when there wasn't all this so much, homes and houses and everything, a lot of the farm fields and everything is where we used to go. Cities come out this way and got much bigger and taken on land and so forth and so on, but that's progress. Yeah, right. Anyway, we used to do that for enjoyment. Another thing we used to do is go out under the power lines. They used to run the big steel monsters, the power lines out through these fields, and they'd make pathways, and we would go out there and sit under them, sit on the hood of the cars or the trucks and sit in the back and just BS and drink pop, because I didn't drink then. I don't drink now. Not even milk. But used to go out there and do that, and we'd be out there and we would notice that under those power lines you could hear them popping and cracking. I mean, they were the high energy, high tense power lines and stuff, and every now and then you could see like a little bit of arc or a leakage, and we could feel it. You could feel it on your skin. We thought it was so cool and stuff. Probably another reason, I'm sure it causes brain damage, so it's probably another reason, besides all the stuff that I've accidentally swallowed and all of the things that I've actually swam in that I probably shouldn't have, were either chemical runoff or sewage treatment ponds. I'm sure that's probably got something to do with my ability or disability as of now, but whatever. We used to also take big long 8-footer fluorescent bulbs and stuff, the real old ones that had the mercury in them and everything for the exciter, and we used to take them out there and glow. And we didn't really climb the towers so much as we would stand up in the back of the pickup truck, and we'd hold them up and they would get a little bit of a glow to them. So we just found that interesting, that there was that much electricity leaking out. Of course, as I got older and more into science and understanding about Tesla and all of the things and the entire possibilities, the actual possibilities, the physical possibilities of being able to transfer electricity through the atmosphere without any conduit, it made all more sense. But we used to take monofilament line, or the braided line that we used to use for trout lines. It was like 100 pounds, 150 pound test line, and you could lay it in the grass and it would soak up moisture, and you could put one of those big 2-ounce huge sinkers on it, and you could spin it and let it loose and let it go up over the power lines, and as that moist line would arch over that, you'd see that. I'm sure that was very dangerous. I'm sure it was. But kids that get bored, I can understand why they do some things and odd things and stuff. And we always thought that was pretty cool. I wouldn't do it now on a bet for $1 million. Because I can just imagine that ground going all the way down in that arc, finding you down there someplace. Now, we weren't hanging on to it as we threw it and let go. We'd spin it, throw it, let it go over. That sinker would go arch way over, and then we'd get way back. And as soon as that line would come down, it wasn't a big, like a lightning bolt or a lightning strike. It would just go a little zzz. So, some of the things that wayward youth will do if their minds are not challenged and left unattended. And like I said, this was almost 60-some years ago, so heaven forbid anybody have any idea of doing anything like that. And I definitely don't tell anybody to go do it, because as Cave Troll would tell you, if you do, it'll just be a little bit of the thinning of the herd. I'm going to get home. We're going to see if we can see. We got good heat going on. Gopher's running. Story time. You gotta love it. Let's ride. Somebody's winning an award. Oh, they had a fender bender. Yeah, thinking back on doing that, there were other times when I was much younger. I used to have a tendency. Man, is this bringing back potential problems why I'm so messed up. I used to have a tendency to take big long T-pins from upholstery. This mom's been doing sewing, upholstery, and seamstress work forever, and that's what I used to help do, and at many different other places. And they had these big long T-pins. I used to take these T-pins and stick them in the wall socket of homes and trailers, and just shake from the electricity. Oh my goodness. Don't let your children get bored and leave them unattended, I'm telling you. But yeah, I used to do that. I remember that. So me and electricity, me and chemicals, me and toxic waste. I just can't think of why I would have any neurological or physiological issues whatsoever. But we're going to get in here. We're going to get some rest. I'm going to get some chow. And I'm going to be giggling so hard, they're probably going to knock on the wall of my apartment and go, "What are you doing in there?" You all take care of each other. Watch your children's, please. See ya.
Story time is over.